Hey everyone, it's Erin Photo here, and I am here setting up 4 weeklies. 5 weeklies for the month of August. So because this first week there were 3 days in July and 4 days in August, I decided to put this week in August. Maybe now that wasn't a great choice, but about halfway through the month, I always get really excited for my next theme. So I think that doing all of these at once, and sorry, so sorry about the dog toy that's in the background. She is going ham on this dog toy. Okay, so it's just making me laugh. She's so cute. So maybe doing all of my weeklies at once will help me with that whole situation. So I am going to get started mapping things out, and I'll talk you through it a little bit as I'm going through them, and we'll see how it goes. I am probably filming this in like, you have the blackout notebook, get this eraser. This is from Tombow. Let me show you the packaging. It's a Tombow Mono plastic eraser. Oh, does this work like a charm? So thank you to those who recommended that. It does work like a charm. So now that I have that all mapped out, I'm gonna go ahead and with some of the color. So if you saw the last weekly video, you know that I'm gonna be pretty drastically affected by my work schedule soon enough. Thank God that this week is not the one that I will be drastically affected. It will be the next one. So at least I have some buffer time to deal with all of this. I'm actually gonna let that dry because I'm going to letter Monday across that. So these videos are gonna be way more setup videos than before because I'm going to be doing them so far in advance. And some weeks I do know what I am doing, but other weeks I will not know what I'm doing because of inspection schedules and things like that. So when I figure it out a little bit more and I get into more of a consistent rhythm, I'll be able to deal with that. But for now, particularly for August, I think I have 2 of the weeks mapped out for inspections and knowing what I will be doing for almost all of August, but that could change in a hot second. So I have to put in a lot of travel authorizations and things like that. So I have to wait until all that stuff goes through before I put anything concrete into my bullet journal, because I don't know if you can tell, but I cannot white out in this bullet journal. I can go over in like black pen and stuff, but I can't white out, and it's like, it gives me some nerves, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. A lot of people ask me about the tools that I've been using for this blackout notebook. I do have a pen test video that is a few weeks back. I think it was in June. I'll try to link that in the description and up top. I'm trying not to talk as much during these since I'm doing 5 weeks worth. I think the second week I'm just gonna speed through it a little bit more and maybe talk like kind of towards the end a little bit. So for this particular one, this is going to be my popcorn box. I'm just going to do like the pattern on this top section so that it doesn't hinder my ability to put tasks in this box. Because at the end of the day, this has to be functional for me. And I know that, oh God, the functional versus pretty debate happens all the time. Just do you. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Just do you. Because people have said that to me all the time about being functional versus pretty. But to be honest, I find most of what I do very functional, even if it's pretty also. If it takes some time for me to find a spread that I'm going to consistently use, then that's what makes it functional for me. So just don't let anyone get you down with that. The only thing I don't like about doing these videos is usually I listen to a podcast, and now I can't really listen to a podcast. If you have podcast suggestions, not that are just planner related, but like anything related, let me drop them in the comments below. I'm interested. Especially with my current situation with work. I do a lot of traveling, so it'd be nice to get to listen to something other than music. There's only so many playlists you can listen to and so much you can sing during that time frame. I need some podcast help, so spam me with some podcasts below. Like I said, not just planner related, anything that you want. Almost done with this one. Whew. Man, this is rough, but at least you guys only have to see the bare bones setup and not so much the plans. If you want to see the actual plans, I'll have them posted on Instagram when they're like more filled out, ready for like either start of the week or after the pen, after the week is over and stuff like that. So on Instagram at Erin Floto Designs, if you want to see those type spreads. But this is purely a setup video at this point. Okay, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to track for this week, but I will be adding a habit tracker up here, and I think maybe like just a quick note situation down here, maybe a quote. I'm not sure yet. Again, check Instagram if you want to see how this spread turned out, and I will move on to the next one now. Not sure if you can hear that in the back, but my husband is actually working on the lawn right after he did his voiceover, so I'm not going to be talking too much in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and get to work and speed you through a little bit more than usual. I think this is the week that I will be out on inspection, but I am not 100% certain yet. So I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and then go on with the next one, because I think this is the week I'm on inspection, so I don't want to fill out anything else. By the way, I am not going to talk as much this video because it's like my movie day, so I'm like kind of watching Tarzan on the side here and obviously screwing up my bullet journal while I do it, so that is great. Okay, so this is the second full week of August, third week that I'm setting up in this bullet journal. So basically what I decided to do is to do a bunch of events and information over here, a smaller task list, some habit trackers, and then I have a section that says happy birthday to me because my birthday is on the 13th. And then I am going to put down like gifts and things I've gotten so that I can make sure that I like give proper thank yous and everything like that. So I have that little section here just so that I can make sure that I'm on top of things. And I don't expect this to be a hugely busy week. I expect to be doing a couple tasks at work routinely, and then just other stuff here and there. I will be in the city most of the week, Monday through Thursday, and then I'll be back at home on Friday because of work stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna have a ton because I won't have a lot of household type tasks either because I don't need to. So I just have this task list and hopefully that will be enough. So I'm gonna let this dry and then move on to the next spread. So this week is super simple to set up. I like to set it up into 6 because a lot of my weekend tasks usually take both days of the weekend, or the events are both days of the weekend. So I like to keep my weekend together. Plus, that is much nicer than trying to set up for 7. So I do have Monday through the weekend, and then it's so simple to set up these types of weeklies. So just in general, I just want to say that when people talk about how you're wasting time with bullet journaling and stuff like that, bullet journaling doesn't have to be a quote unquote waste of time, such as this weekly. This weekly took a lot longer than this week, but honestly, I didn't have to do any of the actual like designing if I didn't want to. Sometimes that is fun to do for me, so I like to do the extra designs. But this is so simple to set up because it is just a basic horizontal, and then in order to make it fit with the theme, I made them tickets. So it's so simple to set up. It is very easy to use, and the only thing you have to do to add some like quote unquote interest is change the colors, and it looks very like much more dynamic. So just in general, I just wanted to pause and say that because it frustrates me when people talk about going overboard in your planner, but you don't have to like these extra spreads. You don't have to do extra spreads if you don't want. You can do extra spreads if you want. Like I really don't like the term extra if it is still meeting your basic needs of planning, if it's still meeting your basic needs of mental health with some planning elements, things like that. So I just wanted to vent about that really quick. So super simple to set up. All of these are 12 by whatever the length of the notebook is, with one in between each and then a row on the bottom. So those are the dimensions. They may not be the dimensions of your bullet journal, but if you have an Archer and Olive, those are the dimensions for the Archer and Olive. So this week is going to be a little fun because I decided to do kind of like a topsy-turvy week. So I'm going to have the first half of my week up here, and then I'm going to flip the bullet journal around, and then the second half of the week is going to be going left to right still, but going this way. So hopefully they don't connect. I don't think they will because I'm in the field all week from Monday to Thursday, and then I am working at home on Friday. So I think I will be able to manage it because there won't be a ton of tasks Monday through Thursday. So, and I thought that it would be a fun week to do this because my brother-in-law will be visiting us, or at least that's the plan. My brother-in-law is planning to visit us this week for the Syracuse State Fair. So I'm actually also going to put that across here because I think we would be going that weekend. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry, put the headers in, and then write Syracuse State Fair. So, or well, New York State Fair. It's in Syracuse. So I will write that in shortly. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's different. Let me know if you like it, because I'm planning to do this every month where I get like mostly a setup going at the beginning of the month and film them all and combine them all in one video at the start of the month. That way I can do those other types of videos. So please let me know if you like the idea of that, because I feel like I've been phoning it in on these weeklies a little bit. So maybe it'll help vary up some content a little bit more. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, if you do, thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell to know when I post, and I will see you on Saturday this week. Bye everyone.